Hi everybody, welcome back to Driving Rocks. Today we're going to be looking at another real driving test. This was with my pupil Marianna a couple of weeks ago. It is worth noting that I'm not allowed to record the audio within the car in a test, so you're not going to hear any on this video. I will, however, highlight some things that she's been asked to do and comment on any faults or things that she's doing good during this drive. Now if you like our content, please remember to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell and like this video. Anyway, without further ado, let's see how our drive goes. Marianna does some nice observations here, checks her blind spot before deciding to signal to move off. Again, some nice observations before deciding to signal for the junction. At this point, Marianna is told that she is now going to start following directions following the sat-nav. Now Marianna's control and approach speed to the roundabout here is good, however she does fail to check her mirrors on approach. The roundabout that Marianna is now approaching is known for causing problems on test. It is a 2-lane spiral. She has been asked to turn right at the roundabout, third exit. Now there is one exit at the beginning which is not included because it's for buses only, so the examiner or the sat-nav will not include that exit in their description. Marianna, however, does a good job here. She approaches in the correct lane, maintains very good position and speed while going round the roundabout. It is worth noting that at the time of Marianna's test, she is not allowed to use the bus lane. This is why she goes straight into the middle lane. Marianna does a really nice job here. She does really good observations around the vehicle, keeps her position really nice and tight on the left, and as she comes off the exit, she checks her right hand lane in the mirrors before signalling to move over and then proceeding to merge onto the bypass. Marianna has just been told to stop following the directions from the sat-nav The examiner has telling her that at the roundabout she has to turn left first exit. Marianna has just been asked to turn left into the Travelodge car park. The examiner then says to her that he would like her to complete a reverse bay park into any suitable bay. Now, it is worth noting that this car park does have a one-way system in operation, and Marianna does do the right thing here. She takes a little bit of a drive round the car park first upon deciding a bay which she's going to reverse into. Now, the bay that she picked is probably not the bay that I would have picked. There was definitely some other bays that were available that were a little bit easier. But she picked a bay that she could get into and it worked for her. Marianna has just been told to resume following directions via the sat-nav. So coming up soon, we actually have a couple of faults happening around about the same time. Firstly, the sat-nav has asked her to turn left in 300 yards. Now, that's still pretty far away, but Marianna instantly puts a signal on. Then, coming up, there's a vehicle parked on the left-hand side, the white van. Now, as we're approaching, there's an oncoming vehicle. Marianna still goes through this gap pretty tight and pretty fast. If you look at the mirrors either side of the vehicle, you can see the gap's relatively small. I definitely would have approached this a lot slower. It did cost her a minor on her driving test. Marianna is asked to pull over on the left, approximately 1 car length away from the vehicle in front of her. This is because she's getting an angled start. At this point, Marianna is asked to pull over somewhere safe on the left-hand side of the road. At which point, the examiner then briefs her that he would like her to complete an emergency stop on the road, saying that the sign will be stop. Now, in my opinion, this emergency stop could have been done a little bit faster and firmer. It is also worth noting that Marianna moves off without completing a full 360-degree observations. She only looks briefly to her right. This did cost her a driving fault on her test. At this point, Marianna is told to stop following directions from the sat-nav and to start following directions from the examiner. He then asks her to turn right at the traffic lights ahead. Now, it is worth noting that this junction does create a lot of problems on test. A lot of people misread the lights on approach and will sometimes try and run a red light. You're in the right hand lane, you follow the light which is on the far right hand side. Marianna deals with this junction very well. Marianna is now asked to pull over somewhere safe on the left hand side of the road. This is our final pullover of the test. The reason she's been pulled over on this road is the examiner wants to see her pulling away on a faster road. And that concludes Marianna's driving test. I'm pleased to say that she did pass with the minimum amount of faults. Now if you like this video, may I suggest you check out some of our other real world driving tests that you can find on the channel or at the end of this video. Now if you like our content, please remember to hit subscribe, hit the notification bell and like this video.